action.
Hey everyone from Summit, this is Wujin. So there's not really an easy way to say this, but I'm officially retiring. From now on, everything will be handled by Strand, Saul, and the rest of the admin team. It's been a long few months, but I think this is the better for the league and the community and everyone else.
On the three, it's VD alone in the pit. Can they win this fight with speed fast taken so low? It doesn't look like they can. Power Friendship now backing off. And Asteria and the boys are back onto the Baron. VD looks like he might have something to say. Venom will be taken out by Seven Spectre. And now Pyrosis in trouble. Set up on the back line. Jeff, set up. Let him cook. He's finding the entire team. 1v4. DD taken very low. The chase continues. Set up with a triple kill. Gamer Destroyer up a river, but he's able to channel the recall, perhaps? Yes, he is.
Looks good. Oh, no! Set up with the game sense to spot him out there, and the Baron flip is disastrous for power.
Yeah, I was just messing with all of you guys. Mainly, I just kind of wanted to talk to all of you today about a few things. I know everyone hasn't had the easiest time in Summit when it comes to admin relations. Especially, I know it's been hard for the managers, but we're very thankful for all of your help. First thing I would like to say is we're making some changes to the admin team. If you don't already know, Proton Plat Player, or Lesric as a lot of you know him as, has been promoted to the stream director. Proton Plat Player has been working very hard throughout the season to try to make every stream happen. And without him, we probably would have no streams or very minimal streams if anything, but definitely not of the same quality and content that he produces. So I think that we should very much thank him and applaud him for rising up to this position. But before we continue, I would like to thank Baratel for his effort and his work. I think he did a splendid job coming up with new content that Summit really needed, and it'll be a good push in the right direction as we continue forward with Proton Plat Player. Something else to mention, T-Money will have his role changed. Before we thought the community games director would be a good fit for him, and it's not like that it's not currently. As of now, I think what we really need is a director that would help manage like the community a little bit better. And to do so, we're just gonna adjust his title a bit. He'll now be the community director going forward. I think with this change, we'll see a lot more stability when it comes to community relations, and I know Tim is the leader and the right person to, let us know what the community is specifically feeling, and we can make changes or adjustments based on that. So congratulations to Tim and Proton Plat Player. I think they will do a terrific job in this new role, and I hope to see them continue to improve Summit moving forward. A few other things that I want to mention. I know there is like a power dynamic, or people are talking about the power dynamic being a little bit off. To do so, we're going to change that a little bit. As you'll see in a graphic, we're now going to have co-owners be at the very top. But under that, it'll now just be the league director and the community director. But while those two are maintaining the balance there is also a balance going to be with the league managers. And I think this will solve a lot of issues in terms of, hey, I think X person might be abusing their power. And it is our fault on that portion to where we did not specifically state that, oh yeah, this person has say over these matters. And for our portion, especially us co-owners, we kind of let down the admin team a little bit in that way. But to alleviate this going forward, we're now going to have those groups help us manage the actual dynamic within the league when the season starts. And with that coming in play, I would like to say that team managers now have a little bit more responsibility when it comes to managing their team, along with having a little bit more say in terms of if they think a rule is unfair or if they think that something needs to be changed in the season. Once again though, that would have to be managers talking with the community manager, and then the community manager would be then bringing it up to, let's say, the league commissioner. And if there can't be an agreement between those two, that's when it will escalate to the co-owners. But I think with this new structure inbound, it'll definitely eliminate a lot of the confusion on who should I go to first or how should I go about bringing out these changes. All right, with the admin changes out of the way, let's get on to what everyone's been waiting for. The Summit Face-Off. And yes, that is the name of our off-season tournament coming up.
The ultimate and DD for BP. Flash grand challenge onto setup. Venom puts the lantern behind and tries to commit the flash, and they find the hook onto Hysteria, but the call of the Forge God is so good in the corridor. The fight is already won. Hysteria onto the back line. Speedfast will die in his passive, and it's a pentakill for Hysteria on the Samira.
So it'll be a $5 entry fee per player, so $25 per team. But there will be no substitutions per team, just so everyone knows, and all signups will be done as a team. To clarify, there will be a prize pool. The prize pool will be made up of a percentage of all of the entry fees combined, going to first and second place only. But on top of that, there will be gift cards from a sponsor. Now, as for the format, I know everyone has been asking, what's it going to be like? When is it? To start with when, play-ins will happen May 20th. Both sets of games will be on a Saturday. And to clarify, 6 teams of the highest MMR average will automatically be seeded into the knockout stage. Games will go just about all day long, and the last two teams will be decided by a play-in round. On Saturday, May 20th, there will be a best of 1 knockout stage, and all teams will play in a bracket until 2 teams are left, and those final 2 teams will continue on next week, May 27th, into a best of 3 knockout stage. So to re-clarify, the knockout stage will be happening on May 27th. All games will be best of 3. And for anyone wondering, the semifinals match and the finals match will be the games that are streamed. If there's any more questions, we'll be opening a thread for frequently asked questions, specifically for this tournament. And to help with you guys finding teams, we are going to start a channel for people to advertise their free agency. If you have already noticed, some people have already changed their names to looking for team and then their actual name. That's actually kind of the format that we want to work with. And when people are on teams, we want them to remove that looking for team tag. Once again, there will be no MMR limits. So if you want to come with like a team of just your friends to play for fun, you can do so. There's nothing stopping you there. If you want to come to compete and you really want to win this tournament, you can also do that. Once again, there will be no MMR limits. Many of you have asked this question in the past. The reason we're doing this is to allow people to team up with whoever they want, which normally doesn't happen in our league. But we feel like this off-season tournament would be a great opportunity to do that. And it would provide a little bit more competition for the rest of the members. And at the end of the day, we'll have you stay tuned for a little bit more information on this, as we'll release official announcements soon about it. I just want you guys to know that tournament will be happening, and I didn't want you guys to wait for information for too long. Like I said, there will be more information coming out on an official sheet, an official flyer from us, which will include our very first sponsor of the league. So stay tuned for that information.